Well, helps. Video.
Mm-hmm.
Take 2. Oh my goodness.
I feel like we're sort of entering that loopy delirium stage of tiredness.
Fucking hammering early in the morning will do that.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been nice to sleep after the retreat. It would have been a beautiful. I'm not even on camera.
You're not on camera.
It would have been
Look at
nice.
that mug.
It would have been nice. Lots would have been nice. It was a good retreat.
Yeah.
Help the group move forward a step. Just one step.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What's one thing that stood out for you from the retreat?
Oh, when they were just in their own element, and I could not get in to say anything. I was like, y'all are up. I was jumping up and down. And I was like, you are really in it. It's awesome. Like, my distraction is nothing for you. Great. That stands out. Yeah, they were so in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I think for me that the overall closeness towards the end of the night was really something that I didn't expect at all. And I think even just the small pair, like one-on-one time was really nice for folks. Like I heard Janina saying later, oh, I got to actually, no, was it Janina? No, it was Charmail and Autumn got to talk, and they were like, oh, it was the first time we've ever actually had a chance to talk one-on-one. So I feel like even those one-on-one moments did a lot for building the closeness of the group as a whole, which felt really good.
What else do you think contributed to container building?
Oh.
I didn't expect to ask that question, but yeah.
What else? Just slowness. The slowness of the day and the tone of the day. Like we were just very relaxed. It's the most relaxed that I have been really in any type of like training, retreat situation. Yeah. I mean, easy. I wasn't totally relaxed at the beginning, but as the day went on, just easing into it, being relaxed is gonna be clearly like the most beneficial thing for helping this group move forward. So I really just need to let go. For myself even. Like, we're gonna get to what we're gonna get to. And I think that helped folks feel like they could just be themselves.
Nice.
Yeah. The food, getting to share meals. What did you feel about the closeness of the group towards the end of the night?
It just felt right. Like they've been wanting it for a while, and to actually give them an opportunity to do it just felt very right. Like, oh, here's food. Here is enough content for you to feel the forward movement of this. And oh, look, you're each other. You're like right there with each other. I'm just getting to like fade out. My feeling of it was a lot of joy. I cried twice.
Did you?
During our
When?
closing activity, I cried twice.
I didn't even notice.
I was like, I do not need to be distracted. Distracting things while I'm like crying over here. Stay in the thing, everybody. And I was very in it too. But I mean, it was really brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
I need to remember to keep breathing. I am tired. Oh, that was hard. It was a lot of fun, and it was quite relaxed. It was a lot of like working, being on while being relaxed has been like the thing. One of the many things to practice here is like, oh, I'm really relaxed, and I'm very engaged with as much as I'm able to be engaged with.
Yeah. And I think actually it came out in some affirmations that we got during the retreat. Folks saying that they appreciated that. I think the lightness and the subtlety of our presence here came out in some, again, like really unexpected, touching ways of people like explicitly affirming their appreciation for our presence, which was nice. Which again, I did not expect in the middle of a section on facilitation. Yeah.
I felt like it was not. We did notice things, which Training for Change does, and we did not call them notice things. But for the most part, the judgment they held back the judgment for a really long time. I was surprised. And I think not calling them a thing and just being like, hey, try this thing out helped. Just trying to track of like things that seem to help with noticing. They totally were trying to get into behaviors or actions that we did. And it felt more, it wasn't just about the retreat. It got back into, okay, what have we been doing for the last 2.5 weeks? Like, what have we been up to? And so folks got to be like, oh, there, oh, there, oh, there. And so it didn't feel like just notice things that were about our facilitation of the retreat, but felt like a broader thing. About like, okay, Matthew and Kim have been here. They're going to leave. What can you get out of the time while we're still here? And it felt like a clear signal of like, hey, we're not here forever. Y'all will stay here for however long you're here, but we know we're leaving early Thursday morning. Yeah. It just seemed so helpful. They took up that invitation and went with it. To get really curious and be like, oh, this, oh, what about that? And just ask really hard questions. They were not easy. Why did you do this? So you seem to be doing this here. I'm wondering about like, how did you do that thing that I saw you do? Layered.
And observant.
Yeah.
Like, really, like, I mean, they reference things from like last week. It was like, oh yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Internet's working temporarily.
Update on the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what else. Retreat. Definitely some sadness to be leaving. I don't remember if Tef said it. Tef said something last night to Daruba about how he's like, I can't, something about music. Do you remember? You left because you were smart. You also had a long fucking drive.
Yeah, I was tired and had an hour-long drive.
I had a significantly shorter drive.
Uh-huh.
We only got back at the end. What he said something that does stick with me, and I wish I remembered, but it was the full thing. But it was about music, and we were listening to Daruba's music, and which I've been sharing, and we were listening to his music, and as we were listening to his music, he just like Tef was so in it, like in it.
He was into the music?
Yeah.
Nice.
And just sharing, like he's like, I have to do music. Like I can't listen to music and not want to make some.
Mm.
And that, yeah.
Mm. What sticks with you about that?
There's a part of me that just wants to like, jump in and like have a thing. But what really seems to stick with me about it, I need to shave. Is there does feel like there's something. It's a gross overgeneralization, but it does feel very true that there is something in the invitation of blackness about as we're here, be here.
Mm.
Just be here. Fully in this thing that we're in. Just be in it. And so for us, as we were facilitating earlier in the day, the invitation was, so we're relaxed. This day is about also being relaxed. Be relaxed with us. And as we were relaxed, folks opened into that. And as we, and so in that, and the invitation, it's a similar invitation with the music. Of, oh, we're in music? Be in it as much as you can be in it. Just be in it. Yeah.
Music's been a big thing this trip.
Yeah.
It's been a big. It's been a tool for expression for the group. And some pretty key moments, I think.
When? I'm curious about like one of those moments.
Like the night we were all at Howard's, in Howard's basement, and we went around and all chose songs. That was so great. I learned so much about people just from that really simple exercise of everyone going around and choosing a song to play for everyone else. Mm-hmm. Car rides with music.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. There's lots of musicians here. There's so many musicians in this group.
There are. And budding social worker or dermatologists as well.
What?
That's what Autumn. Anyway. I'm trying not to like declare what people's life dreams are. At the same time, yeah, someone today told me in the car, like, that, like, I was like, well, what's your long-term thing? And she's like, yeah, I've thought about being a social worker for a while, or a dermatologist or something. I really wanted to be for a while. I'm still thinking about both. Not sure which one I want to be. I was like, okay.
Awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Social worker, dermatologist, musician.
Writer.
Mm-hmm. A writer. There's a writer. A desire to be a friend. Just be there for others. No matter what that means when you grow up. However much more up there is. Yeah. No, we're getting a low battery.
Really?
Yeah, I just got the alert. I'll plug it in no matter what.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know when we'll end. This is a slow video.
This is a slow video.
Yeah.
It's a slow day.
It is a slow, very slow day. I could make the video more real world and like take the computer up and put it in your face.
Oh
You might have something to say.
No.
But the intensity of that
Please
is
don't.
no longer there.
That would have been like a first week. Kim would have been really into that.
Yeah.
Third week, Kim is not. Just not.
No.
No.
Totally.
Mhm. Yeah. Feel over this like dispatches from the front lines. Like,
Yeah.
know what this is anymore.
No.
No.
It's no longer dispatches.
Yeah.
It's just like, so we're here. They're a group of people. They're pretty good.
They're pretty good.
Yeah.
They'll be good without us.
I know they'll be really good without us.
That's a thing.
Yeah.
A realization.
Hmm.
They didn't even really need us today. Like they figured out their canvassing plan totally without us. They did that. Yeah.
We just got to
they
get
were
out of the
just
way.
like, yeah. They're like,
Get
oh, y'all don't
hostage.
need rides?
Yeah.
Oh, we're okay. Great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Into obsolescence.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Where we dream into obsolescence, into home, outside of where we are right now. I don't have another line. I'm sorry.
Where is this going?
But I do appreciate how like we showed up really helping a ton, and now today, at the end of the day, I was like, if you need us to do anything for the next 2 days, just let us know.
Let's go.
And realize we're not going to dive into something deep because we can't do that in 2 days. But let us know.
Mm-hmm.